Right, off to talk to the CEO. Hopefully she doesn't want the thing back out of my brain into something else.
Good, you're here.
Hello.
I wasn't sure how accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
I hope there's no brain damage.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries.
Will it make him wish he never heard of Project Dominion?
And wish he shall, every day, while he rots away in prison. Alright, Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you.
I'd love a chance to use my acting skills.
Just hope those acting skills don't get you caught or killed. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse. So I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
Not a problem. I can handle it.
That's what we're counting on. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp.
Okay. So the public will never know about Infinity LDT successfully stole from Ryujin Industries. Yeah, we don't want them to know that.
Exactly. And what the public doesn't know doesn't hurt them. Now, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail.
All right, I'll take that into consideration.
I'd highly advise you use it. This assignment isn't the time to test your abilities. The only thing you're out there to prove is that you can get this job done. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible.
Cool. Suits will know. They'll know. I could have used this a long time ago.
Well, you're still here, so apparently you didn't need it that bad.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
It'll be corporate story of the decade.
It certainly will, and we'll have front row seats. So, any final questions before you go?
No, seems all good. What kind of security am I encountering at Infinity?
Depending on whether or not you evacuate the building, you'll mostly be looking at security guards, much like we have here. You may encounter an automated defense system in the form of turrets as well, so be careful.
Okay, that's fine.
Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up. Skylar Lumen?
Skylar Lumen. Wow, that's an interesting name. Oh, that's a nice looking helmet. That actually looks really cool. I might... Right. Oh, never see me. Well, I'm detected right now, so.
Ryujin CEO.
I actually really like the look of this. Dalton, my man.
Do you have the program?
I have the program. Here, do what you need to.
With pleasure. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity Ltd network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials. I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularu's guilt.
So, Ularu was going to frame Masako and use her Overseer program to do it. Crazy.
Yes. And had you not brought this program to me in the first place, you would have been the one planting the false evidence. Without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused alongside Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right way.
Travel to New Atlantis. Okay.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
I'll try not to. Roof access or Infinity. I think I'm gonna go with directly walking through. Hello.
Fortunately, I'm not authorized to make appointments myself. Hello. Did you have an appointment with us today?
Yes, my name is Skylar Lumen. I have an appointment with the marketing.
Ah, yes. From Lumen Interactive. The elevator here will take you to the marketing floor. Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellis Ortiz. He's the receptionist there and will be happy to help you.
That's great. I guess we're heading to marketing first.
Well, LTD's marketing department. Desi notified me that you were on your way. If you just have... Yes? What?
Oh, sorry.
I'll go notify Miss Hart that you're here. Feel free to use any of the facilities on the floor while you wait. The break room and bathrooms are just around the corner.
Cheers. Right, where's the optional? Optional sabotage of the hitting system. I think that seems like a good idea, doesn't it? Oh, crap. Guessing that's where I can... Okay, I think I'm good in here. Critical systems. Heating. Activate systems. Are you sure? Yes.
Gas leak detected. All non-essential personnel must evacuate the building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
Didn't I drop from there, or did it, as it shut something off? What's going on here? Don't suppose you're giving me a path? No. Old sneaky like. Oh. Easy peasy. Just manipulate that dude. Now, I wonder if he'll stay over there, kind of thing. And got his password was easy. Got to do. There we go. Right. Has he returned back to his normal position? No, but he's... What armor is he wearing? A deep stalker, I think that is. Yeah. Really? Standing there? Just like that? Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to knock this guy out. Well, there goes the stealth option.
I'm getting to safety!
Oh, did he wake up quickly? There you go. Ah, crap. What? Huh? What? Alright, that's not going well. You silly boy. I'm not killing anyone, so it's fine. I'm assuming I'm still going down here. Oh, hello. It's lucky I reinforced my armor. Oh, corrosive gas, nice.
I'm on visual on the suspect.
Wish I could flame and see. Ah. Oh, crap. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Okay, need to get in there. How can we get in here? Ow. Go to sleep. Alright, oversee a program. There we go. Okay. Some stuff acquired, right? They're shielded against that. Okay, that's fine. Let me in. There we go. Ah, crap. Deliver evidence to David. Alright, through this door. Entrance. Let's get the hell out of here. Right, let's take this carefully. Are you David? Hello, David.
Come and go in the big city, but SSNN is here to stay.
Cool.
Can I help you?
I think I have a news story you'd be very interested in.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. What's this so-called story about?
I think Infinity Ltd's growing body count due to unauthorized human trials says it all.
Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have evidence to support this claim.
There you go. This is what you need.
Good. The less investigation we need to put into this, the faster I can prepare the broadcast. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence.
I'm not at liberty to say, but everything you need is on the slate.
I figured as much. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source?
Anonymous.
Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
Nice. Well, all's well that ends well, I guess. Excuse me, special operative coming through. Coming through, special operative. I don't think I killed anyone. I think it went well. Sleep. Hello, Masako.
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. Let's hear your report.
Give it time. I just got here. Not a single hitch. David Barron should be running the story any minute.
Good. David won't be able to resist a story like this. He'll do some preliminary confirmations, which will be enough to get the broadcast out to the public. And how did the NeuroAmp perform?
It was extremely useful.
I thought it would be. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break the news. Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Infinity Ltd and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom. So this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith.
Yeah, I suppose the Ryujin buys Infinity Limited, and no one loses their jobs.
Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception.
Leadership. A corporation like Ryujin can shape any employee into a valuable one.
That's certainly our hope. Any employee with a sense of drive is sure to show themselves. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway them.
Diplomacy. They'll be on your side. I know I convinced them of their benefits.
I know you can as well. So now you're fully aware of my expectations. You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision. I trust you'll get it done.
I sure can. Right.
I've got my eye on you.
I don't know why she's here, but okay. I guess we'll talk to her first then? Okay. Hello.
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity Ltd? I think we both know that's not going to work.
If you acquire Infinity Ltd, you save jobs and it's good for public perception.
Our public perception is good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to save Infinity just makes us look weak. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our wing. This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished.
I'm already one step ahead of you. Masako is a better CEO than you'll ever be.
I'll overlook your poorly educated statement. For now. Throwing your competitor a lifeline when they're about to crash and burn hardly seems wise.
Manipulation. Listen to reason, Yulra. You know acquiring Infinity is the right choice.
Well, it does make Ryujin look good. And we do gain a wider customer base, which means higher profits. You're oddly right about this one, Op. I guess you are worth keeping around. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting.
Speaking of, I plan to bring up the internal neuroamp as an issue in the meeting. With the internal neuroamp, best interests don't matter. It can guarantee success on its own. Yeah.
An issue? That would be a foolish move. Dalton and Alexis are the only two against it. You'd never get the rest to shut it down.
The internal neuroamp is dangerous, and that tech only spells trouble for Ryujin's future.
Dangerous indeed. For all I know, you're using it right now. The irony. Perhaps I didn't see it earlier, but you're right. The moment a competitor reverse engineers Vina's work, it'll be chaos. The last thing I want is to have my brain scrambled because some engineer didn't do their due diligence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
I don't like the idea of manipulating people's free will. So it's even though I volunteered for the experiment, but hey, with great power comes great responsibility.
You operatives really will wear anything.
Hey, come on, I look amazing.
Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available.
I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Good. I prefer first-hand feedback when available. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity Ltd. Throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why?
Of course, if we can save jobs and thousands of people, we should do it.
Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic, which is not a luxury corporations have. It's a financial burden. It would be a huge undertaking on my part.
We'd be getting employees on Infinity cheaper salary numbers.
This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we typically pay here could have major payoffs in the long run. Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation?
I think it was well handled. It proves how capable Masako is at handling any situation.
And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know the why behind your statement.
The second Dalton already had a plan in place to uncover the mole, and it worked.
Being prepared for anything is a great asset, one that Masako excels at. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been.
Yeah, the internal neuroamp tech is dangerous and should be banned.
It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one, hence the added motivation that will bolster sales.
And when a rival discovers how to override it, we'll have pure chaos on our hands.
I think we all know how averse I am to chaos. Finances are my forte, so you make a good point. Our competition has yet to truly master neuroamps, but the possibility is there. It's a risk I am unwilling to take. At this time. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
You're welcome. Hello.
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her side?
Maybe. That depends on whose side you're on.
Well, you can let Masako know to rest easy. It just so happens that her agenda lines up with mine. We just need to grab Infinity Ltd. while it's got the public's full attention. I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us in a good light.
It's free now, but we will leave Rajun in financial and legal trouble. It's free now. Yeah, coming to the rescue of all those innocent workers will really do good for us.
I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this to last us at least a year.
Good. You know, if you really want to keep Rajun in the good graces, there's one big thing to consider.
All right. I suppose you've earned the right to voice your opinion after everything you've done, qualified or not. So let's hear it.
The internal neurolamp research. The internal neurolamp, the research should be banned.
The possible backlash on tech like this is not lost on me. However, the internal neuroamp will define the next era of tech, with Ryujin at the forefront. It's not an opportunity you just walk away from.
You'll never be able to fight off the amount of moral backlash. Yeah, you wouldn't.
You're right. The moment you violate your customers' trust, there's a good chance they'll never come back. Even worse, you push them into the hands of your competitors. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk. Maybe I'll even consult you on future endeavors.
Nice. I'll talk to you last.
If only there were more hours in the day.
If only.
If you need something, make it quick. I'd like to make sure my arguments are solid before this meeting.
I heard you're not a fan of acquiring LT Limited. If
You
it...
heard correct. I've every reason to believe that Infinity Ltd. Is the Pandora's box of corporations.
She's very strong-willed. The legal issues aside, the pros of acquiring Infinity Ltd. far outweighs the cons.
All right, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset.
I've got very high commerce, I think. This business benefits far outweigh any legal issues, and credits are king.
When it comes to profit, I suppose all my arguments do fall short. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me. Talent like yours belongs in the courtroom.
You're damn right. Yeah, if you want real legal nightmare, I'd say the NeuroAmp fits that bill.
Don't even get me started. First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage.
Agreed, the internal option never should have seen the light of day.
Well, I'm both glad and surprised to hear the one person who has one say that. Masako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin has. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful, but now I really do need to get back to my notes.
Alright. Alright, the science, I think it's Vina, right?
I hope you're enjoying your new neuroamp.
I'm not. I manipulate people way too often.
And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope.
No, I feel great. No side effects at all. But I think I would want to take it out. I don't like the idea of manipulating people.
That's great. I'd say Project Dominion is ready for legitimate human trials in that case. One step closer to seeing market approval. Genevieve is going to be so excited. So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp.
The internal neuron changes everything, Veneer. You're going to be famous. Veneer, this tech is dangerous. No one should have this sort of power.
I hope you're not actually suggesting that the technology I spent years working on and perfecting never sees the light of day. This is groundbreaking work. My life's work.
You're a scientist. Hear me out. Just looking at, every possible angle.
Fine, fine. Make your case.
I'm pretty sure I have... I know you covered all your bases in your research. You know the data is against it here.
There's always data against something, no matter how innocuous.
Forget the neurolamp. You can make huge investments in grab drives, terraforming, you name it.
It's not that those aren't important, but we're talking about a massive accomplishment here.
The moment the internal neuroramp falls into the wrong hands, all hell will break loose.
It does overstep some bounds, I'll give you that. Well, this conversation's made me feel like a proper monster. But you're right. In a perfect world, tech like this is used for good. But this world is far from perfect.
You're not a monster, you just got lost in the excitement of discovering something new.
It is. It really is. For years, my only focus has been, is this possible? And then, how do I make it work? I never stopped to consider if it was right, or what it would mean. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so I assume you'll bring it up yourself? We just have to hope the others will see reason. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity Ltd be?
There's bound to be something inspiring or, or new something new in their research.
That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean they don't have a brilliant mind or two. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See you in there.
I think Dalton is already on my side against the neurolamp. Hey.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting. I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome.
I was told to use the neurolamp to make sure the board votes to acquire Infinity Ltd.
That blasted tech. If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project Dominion a long time ago. I knew it was a grave security risk, and look what happened.
We saw firsthand how dangerous that tech is. It should never go on to the market.
You read my mind. Let's just hope Masako and the others see it that way. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd, we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents this new neuroamp might cause.
The acquisition is worth the work. I know your team can handle it.
I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient with the process. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
This ought to be interesting. I'll take my seat. Yep. If I could do that any slower, that would be amazing. Who sits there? Oh. Oh. Who does sit there?
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Our intention to purchase Infinity Ltd would put their employees' minds at ease.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of work for all of us. But the overall payoff will be worth it.
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation makes them more affordable than ever.
Arguments? None? Excellent. Moving on, then.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with. Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Masako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
We only lied about Imogen so Yuna would incriminate herself.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
You're finished here, you Ularu.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up?
The internal neuroamp is too dangerous to market.
The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin Industries' success for the next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
It takes away a person's free will. It's not right.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
The moment the public gets wind of the true capabilities of this tech, we're gonna suffer severe backlash.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage. Any other matters to bring forth? None? This concludes our order of business for today.
So much work to do.
So little time.
You're looking interesting today.
What do you mean? I look fantastic.
Shelving the internal neuroamp. Not the outcome I anticipated.
Maybe now you see why the internal neuroamp is dangerous.
A fine point, but it still proves its usefulness. The truth remains, Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin.
If that's, thank you. That's quite a compliment coming from Ryujin CEO.
It's well earned and deserved. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you did. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time.
No pressure at all. These are the type of jobs I live for.
I hope that enthusiasm sticks with you for the foreseeable future. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it.
Thank you.
It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.
Sounds good. Well, I'll head to the operations floor, 'cause she did say... Yeah. Oh, Imogen's back. Hello.
You've certainly shaken things up around here. I still can't believe Ularu tried to frame me. An obvious misjudgment on my part. But now that's all in the past. It's time to get back to your typical day-to-day.
It's good to see you back in the office, Imogen.
And I'd say it's good to be back if I hadn't returned to a mountain of paperwork. Now, since you were new, you've been dealing with people, but most of our assignments are generated on the mission board. The board holds any available assignments that our techs have pieced together, and I've approved. Questions?
None. I'm good.
Good. The mission board is generally self-explanatory anyway. With your promotion, you've earned yourself an office, so whenever you're ready, you can find your own personal mission board inside. And the best perk of them all, you're free to make your own hours. Oh, and congratulations, of course.
Thanks, Imogen. I'll see you around.
You certainly will. Go check out the board, and if you have any questions, I suppose I can start up an open door policy. Just for you.
Nice. I get my own office. Not bad, not bad. Oh, hello. Okay. Sounds good. Got my own office, my own jobs now. What to do next, eh? This is a big grand adventure my life is. It keeps getting weirder. Let's see what's new for tomorrow, shall we?